Hey, YouTube, it's Jaden. I figured I'd make a pretty funny video because I actually always wanted to make this video about the fire that happened at Cheyney, but I never got around to do it. Um, I always thought it was a really funny experience, um, in hindsight. But yeah, I never got around to do it, and yeah, I figured I could do it now before I finish up the reading I have to do for a class in about, well, it's 5 hours, but I gotta get on the bus at 3 hours, so I guess I got time, but still. So yeah, this was actually during the first year. This is my freshman year at Cheyney, and and nobody was really watching my YouTube channel. Nobody watches my YouTube channel now. Um, I would say I think it's a little weird that I still get like a decent amount of views, relatively a decent amount of views. Something like 20 views on like every video. I don't know what I'm saying that requires that or rather generates that many views. I think because again, I think the sole purpose. I don't think I know that the sole purpose of me telling these stories or whatever's on my mind at the time is just to you know uh, reference back to it when I'm like 30 years old and see how dumb I was. But I guess other people enjoy it too. I don't know. Either way, so yeah, this happened in 2020, my freshman year, and at this time, my first year at Cheyney, I was already kind of skeptical of the campus, and it sucks because I think some of it had to do with some of it was like it was foreign land to me, right? Like quite literally, and because I was hanging with people that I've never seen before. Um, and I say that as in like had we still lived in Norristown, this would have been an easier uh, transition for me, right? If I was still living, what I'm saying is that I was still very whitewashed in my freshman year. I'll just say that. I'll just be upfront about it, and you can clearly tell in my videos I was very clearly whitewashed. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that if you can't do anything about that, I guess, right? But either way, I'm not gonna get into a tangent on that. The point is, though, is that I was very skeptical on Cheyney because it was a foreign land, being that it was, um, excuse me, we were like in the countryside of PA, and it was a lot of people that, again, like I said, I've never seen before. Like, everybody back at my high school, they were going to colleges where they were going to see each other. Like, everybody was either going to Temple, um, Westchester, I think, oh, Penn State, obviously, and like there was definitely another one that was like really big. I'm not thinking of any of the Ivies. I'm thinking of only like PA schools. UPenn. I guess that is the Ivy. But yeah. So everybody back at PW was going to those schools where they were gonna see each other. I didn't recognize anybody from Cheyney. I was the only person from PW, and I even made that video. The video that it has for some reason like 250 views. Um, that video talking about how people understood what PW was and what that name represents. um, but hold on, is it raining? It sounds like it's raining. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is raining. That kind of sucks for me because I don't have a car. Gotta get there by train. But either way, um, yeah, so everybody knew what PW was and what that name represents as a black person, right? You go there, or it's not that you go there, right? Your parents take you there. Obviously, you have no say in the matter. But your culture goes there to die, right? Whatever you had, whatever culture you had, you're not gonna have it when you leave. Like I said, I was completely whitewashed. I was not the same kid that I was in Norristown, in Philly, in Rahway. I was not that same guy, and which is why like I said, if you watch the video, I'm pretty sure. I probably don't go that much into depth into it. I probably just say like I hate it. I hate it. That's cool or whatever. But yeah, everybody knew what PW was and stuff like that. But either way, yeah. So I'm going to school with everybody that everybody knows each other, because everybody that went to Cheyney, excuse me, was either from like North Philly, or like Chester, and I'm the only one from like I'm the only one from like Plymouth Meeting, and I hate saying that. Although I have a friend who's from Norristown. He says he's from Norristown, but it's like West Norton. It's not really Norristown. Like you know where you are. Like, come on now. But either way, point being, I didn't know anybody, and we're like in countryside of PA. It's very weird. So freshman year was a very weird year to get adjusted to, but I did actually get adjusted pretty easily. And well, I guess as time went on, rather, I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I met like my closest friend from Cheyney. I met like day one, and given that he's from Philly, like he was like the bridge that helped me meet everybody else that I kind of needed to meet. Either way, I'm not really here to talk about my interpersonal relationships with the people from Cheyney. I'm trying to talk about the fire that happened at Cheyney and why I think that's funny. So, skeptical about Cheyney. Usually, I would be in my room all day, which is why in 2020 I made like 50 videos, right? Because other than like him and I guess my other friends through him, I wouldn't really leave my room. Also, I'm like 16, 17 at the time. Like I have like I have a baby face, right? Like nobody's really taking me seriously. I'm barely taking myself seriously. You know what I mean? So I'd be in my room all day and playing video games. I was super into Overwatch at the time, and I think that year I hit Masters. I was really, really proud of myself. Okay, enough of these tangents though. But what was a very common motif at Cheyney was that, especially in the year 2020, 2021, was that there was a lot of heavy smokers. Don't know if it was. I'm pretty sure it was weed. Had to be weed. I don't know what else you would smoke other than like cigarettes, I guess. But people would smoke real heavy at Cheyney, and if you need to smoke, do your thing. But it's like you gotta cover the alarm. Like you gotta cover that thing, because it when the alarm went off, it went off for everybody on campus, and well, no, everybody in our dorm specifically. And I remember the first day that it did, it traumatized me really bad, because it was the loudest thing I've ever heard. It sounded like and I don't even know if like people from Cheyney, because I know I have a couple friends, but I'm pretty sure they all graduated. But like the the alarm definitely went. It got quieter as the years went on. But like in 2020, it was so loud. Like it was still ringing in my ears when I woke up. And the thing is that this would happen daily. Like people would smoke daily at night, and it would ring daily. Like it was so bad, and it would annoy everybody who was, I guess, like not smoking. Obviously, like it would annoy me. It would annoy my roommate. It would annoy like everybody, because like the thing is that nobody wants to hear that the entire day. So nobody's staying in their room. So we would all walk out of the dorm and wait till it ended, and then walk back in our dorms. And it was so funny because it was like it's like we would all leave our room. Like there's a line leader, and then we would all just follow like her or him, and just leave our room, and then wait outside the dorm until, I don't know, security found whoever was smoking, and then we would go back in our room once the alarm finished or whatever. And so that, like I said, that would happen literally daily or like every other day. And no one, like, it was so annoying that, to the point where like people would like, we had like this Facebook page, we have this app which is kind of like Facebook or whatever, and people would be like, yo, who is setting off the alarm? Like, you have to learn how to like I said, you would have, like, they were even saying on, like, the app is called Cheyney Hub, which is like the Cheyney Facebook. They were saying on that app, like, you have to cover the alarm when you're smoking, which is crazy because like even the staff are on that app. So it's like you're like outing yourself. But either way, so I say all that to say that was a very like annoying time for me, to the point where like I had these headphones, to which I still have to this day. I got those headphones because they were noise canceling, and I was done. I was done leaving. I was done leaving my room, because it's like this would happen at like midnight, at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 4 in the morning, and I would have classes at like 8. So it's like I need to like stay asleep. Like I'm not about to wake up for like 5 minutes just to go back in my room because y'all need to smoke. Like that's annoying. That's a no for me. So I would put on these headphones, stay in my room, and just go to sleep. I would sleep it off, and I got used to that. So now fast forward like 2 months into that time that I got like those headphones, and there was this time where, again, at night, sometime like in like at midnight or whatever, as it usually does, the alarm went off. So I'm like, okay, let me just grab these headphones, I'm gonna put it on, and now it's time for me to go to sleep. And so usually the alarm would go off, like I said, like in 5 to 10 minutes, because the security would walk around the dorm. They would knock on doors, and they would see, like, they would smell, obviously, the weed, and then they would like, you know, like catch the person in the act. So because I'm assuming like they would either try to like pack the weed away, or like I don't know, I don't smoke, but that's usually like I'd assume that's how that goes. But either way, it was happening, right? Like the alarm was going off. I put the headphones on, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. 5 to 10 minutes pass, and the alarm is still going off. I'm like, dang, they still haven't caught the person yet? Like, what's going on? Did security even pull up yet? Like, what's going on? And so I'm starting to hear security like walk around, and they're knocking. I'm like, okay, here they are. Like, I guess they still haven't found him. So they're knocking, but now I'm like a little scared, because I'm like, I wonder if they knock on my door, are they gonna think that I was the guy smoking? So I don't know if I should like leave, or if I should stay in my room. Like, I don't know what I should do. So the knocking is getting like closer to my room. I'm like, should I like hide in the bathroom? Like, I don't even know what I should be doing. Because again, I'm not scared of the idea of me smoking weed. I don't smoke. It's the idea of the security thinking that I smoke because I'm still in the room. Because, like I said, usually all the students leave because nobody wants to hear the alarm. But if I'm still in my room, it might be because I have something tucked away, and I don't want him to think that I have something tucked away, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know if I should like hide or something, but either way, it gets louder and louder, the knocking. I know he's getting closer to my room. I'm like, okay, let me just hide under my covers. Maybe he doesn't even see me, but I'm a pretty large guy, so like, I know that he's gonna see me. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be truthful. I'm gonna say that, obviously, I just didn't want to hear it. I had my headphones on, and just leave it at that, and I'm gonna even allow him to check my room because there's not gonna be anything in there. And the only thing I hoped for is that my roommate didn't have weed, because I know my roommate always went to those parties. But is that federal? It's not even federal. Like, it's been 4 years. Like, he's graduated. No, he dropped out. I'm sorry. That was wrong. I'm sorry. But yeah, he went to those parties, so he might have like a bottle or something, or he might have, I don't know. But either way, I was gonna be like, you could check my side of the room or something. But either way, he knocks on my door. I'm like, should I answer? I don't know. He knocks again, and I'm like, come in. And so he comes in, and the thing is that the way that the rooms are formatted, or I guess they're made, is that like, you open up the door, and then there's like another door you have to open for a bedroom. So he opens that door, and then he knocks again, so he has to open the bedroom. And then he knocks again, he knocks on the bedroom door, and I'm like, I'm very hesitant, but I'm like, you can come in. And he comes in, I have my headphones on, and he's like I see him, like, talking, but like my headphones are like kind of like noise canceling. So it's like he's doing like a whole lot of, but like I can't hear him. So like I take one off, and he's like, can you, like, what's up with you? Like, do you not know there's a fire? Like, you gotta leave. You can't smell that? And when he says that, like, I'm like now I'm freaking out, because it's like, I've never actually been in a building where there's like been a genuine fire. Like, it's like all this, like, what was going on in my mind was like all this preparation in elementary school, in middle school, in high school. Like, this is the time for that, like, so, like, I'm not even hearing him anymore. Like, he's still talking. I'm putting my slippers on. I bust out of there, and now I'm like running with my whole heart. I'm running with my whole heart down the third floor. Excuse me, or down the down the hallway, and then down the stairs, because I'm on the third floor. And the way that my brain works is that if I ever think there's like a fire, it's gonna be directly behind me. So like, I didn't know where the fire was at the time, but like, in my mind, I thought it was like directly behind me. So like, I can't stop moving unless I want to, get burned to death, right? So I'm like hustling, right? And like, I'm seeing mad women on the side, like, they're just standing there. I'm like, y'all could burn. Like, I'm leaving. Like, y'all could die if you want, but I'm going. And so they're looking at me crazy. I'm like, okay, y'all die then. So I'm going down the stairs, and again, I'm hustling with my whole heart, and I end up tripping. I think I end up tripping on like the second floor or whatever. Because I'm really sprinting, and I think that's how I get like there's like a small cut on my left leg or something like that. I think that's how that's still there, whatever. But either way, I end up going down the stairs, and I make way out of the dorm, and it was so annoying because usually with the fire alarms, like I said, everybody just stays out of the dorm until the fire alarm goes off. Excuse me. But with this in particular, there was a real fire. So like we had to wait till the firefighters showed up. We had to wait till like, the security like gave us like a heads up like, okay, everybody's like safe to go in. And it was so unfortunate because when we found out where the real fire was, it turned out that it was actually, so I'm on the third floor. It was one floor above me and to the right or to the left of my room. So like literally I was like right underneath it. So I wasn't too far off from saying that like it was like right behind me and like in my head. But yeah, so like if you see my freshman year videos, there's like a reason why like my background changes in a lot of those videos because I had to change spots in where I was living because like there was a lot of damage on that side of the dorm because of the fire. And it turns out it wasn't because the guy was smoking weed. He was doing like the bong thing. He was doing a bong, like the one where you like blow bubbles through it. I don't I don't know what you do with it. I just know that there's like a pipe that you do. I don't know, but like he had the bong, and apparently, yeah, I'm being real federal, but this was like 4 years ago. I don't really care. I'm pretty sure he dropped out too. Um, but apparently security was actually like knocking on doors beforehand, and he was like doing the bong, and because security was knocking on doors, he got scared and he tossed the bong, and it started a fire. So when we found that out, we got real mad at him. Well, I never got mad at him because I still don't know his name to this day, but Cheyney got mad at him, and everybody who was on that side of the dorm, they were like real pissed off. So yeah, I thought that was a really, really funny time, a really funny experience because again, I've never experienced like a real fire. Um, and I think the idea of seeing, because again, this was all happening at like 1 in the morning at the time, and the idea of, because I like in hindsight I looked really stupid, like I could have just walked, right? But like I was sprinting with my whole heart because I thought I was about to die, and like I wasn't, but it was sad because it was cold. This was around like November or like December or something, and it sucked because I was wearing shorts or something, and there's like a lot of people just like in their robes because like I don't know, people sleep naked. Like we were out there for like 2 hours, like that was a memory. It wasn't a good one, but I thought it was like a funny one. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that is the long-awaited fire story. So that's all I got. Let me finish reading. So yeah, peace.